Go, go, go. Keep going. Yeah, see. Then fly. Getting Spanish lessons, he's getting paragliding lessons. This is great. Rápido.
Okay. Brazil and I took off. He was all psyched. We flew past Carson and Jaime and went over to El Peñon.
For me, I love taking people on their first flying experience or first flight, whether it's skydiving, whether it's paragliding, whatever. And you know, he was super stoked. He loved the whole time. Got a little scared towards the bottom when I started doing some spirals and stuff. He's like, ooh, scary, ooh, scary. But for the most part, he was having a great time.
Good job, amigo.
Bien. Muy bueno.
Muy buena.
Muy buen vuelo, amigo.
Good time, amigo.
Guys, we're heading out over the valley. Gonna let Brazil do a bit of flying.
Right. We want to go this way. We pull here and lean. Look at that. Brazil is flying the paraglider. Yeah! Woo! Looks like we got another pilot in the making. We've got some nice altitude flying right next to the cliffs. Got up over the Piñon, about 2,000 feet over the valley, and flew out over all his friends and his family that were waiting for him in the same landing field that he's been packing our wings the last couple days. Started throwing down some tricks. I tried to, in my limited Spanish, ask him if he'd like roller coasters, and he said sí, so I said, hold on, and here we went. Bueno? Okay. Came into land right over his house. His family was there to greet him. It was really cool to have the opportunity to kind of, bring it to the masses here and let these little kids experience what we're experiencing. Woo! There aren't many Mexican kids who have the opportunity to do a Misty flip. So, Brazil is going to be famous now. He's a pilot. He's great. We taught him how to fly. He made a bunch of turns left and right. He's doing great.
He did a really good job. At first he was a little tense. Told him he needs to relax. And then he just became like Jello, relax. Natural. He's gonna be a good pilot one day.
It just doesn't get any better than that. Exposing people to flight, especially young kids. You know, someday he's gonna get a paraglider and fly it himself and learn how to fly and become one of the talented other local pilots around here. So I'm just glad that I could be the first to expose him to it, and can't ask for more, man.
This sport is all about pushing limits. And when Nomads returns, Mike and Carson will attempt a stunt that has never been performed before.
Carson and I conjured up a little plan to do one of the crazier things that we could think of.
Hopefully we'll be able to get out over the Piñon and speed fly across the Piñon and then fly out, get some altitude over the flatlands and chop away, do a little chop suey action and go into free fall. We're incorporating paragliding, speed flying, and base jumping into one maneuver.
It's all rigged up. It's kind of awkward. Baser's not really meant to put over another harness. Everything's a little tighter than normal.
The average paraglider pilot that's down here is pretty stunned at what we're doing. The word's out now that we're out here doing some crazy stuff, and everyone's really keen on checking it out, and they want to follow us around and know where we're going.
So anybody who thinks it's silly to be doing that kind of stuff, you know, somebody has to invent it, right? Somebody has to be the first. And so these guys are great. They're pushing the envelope, and certainly that makes the rest of us have something to look forward to in the future.
And they're just out there really pushing it. It's great. And then just mixing it up with the skydiving and the speed flying. It's it's really interesting. They're doing things that no one's really done before. So it's helping the evolution of our sport and just how we think of the sky. And
okay, here we go. All right. Y'all good?
We were dealing with some really ratty air, some real sharp thermals. It's kind of a hard day to really get up high. Mike flew us around really well, like he always does, and got us as high as we could get.
Okay, we're gonna make a turn to the right. I'll do big ears, 5 seconds, 10 seconds before he hugs.
Time came for me to stand up and do the front flip out.
Hey, dropping.
Did the front flip out, the nano came out of the D-bag, then one of the releases came off, and I started spiraling violently, out of control, fairly close to the pinion.
3, 2, 1.
Didn't quite know what happened at first, thought some lines broke, just trying to assess the situation. Was able to locate the other cutaway, cut the nano away, flipped over onto my stomach, got stable.
Looks like Carson lost a brake line or something.
Free fell for maybe a couple more seconds, and then deployed my base rig. Didn't quite go as planned, but it was still something we'd never done before, and it worked out. In the long run, nobody got hurt, and it was a fun trick for me anyway.
Some really good piloting from Carson on his base canopy. Came right in over some trees, really close to the ground. Wow.
Wow. That did not go as planned at all. But what a rush. Everything was good for a second, and then somehow my left 3-ring released. I don't know if I accidentally grabbed it or if it just the force of it opening kind of threw it out or what. But anyway, it came out good on heading, and decided to try the 3-way stunt again. This time we didn't really have time to pack up the nano in the D-bag, so I decided that I would do when the base world we call it tard, and just kind of throw it out there and hope for the best. Kind of the cutaway is a little bit more secure this time, not too secure that I wouldn't be able to cut them away, but secure enough that they weren't going to come apart prematurely.
Holy Christ. So we thermaled up with about 55 other pilots, which can be a little hairy at times, especially flying tandem. It's more like driving a school bus as opposed to driving a sports car.
Flew up with Mike. Mike's an amazing pilot again, got us high over the pinion, kind of got us out in front just in case something bad happened again.
Guys, we're dropping in less than a minute. Do you have a copy?
This is nuts. Instead of doing the front flip out of the passenger harness this time, just kind of rolled out of it, opened up, had about 3 or 4 line twists, was able to kick out of those, then was able to fly the nano.
2.
Carson's away. Getting ready to chop it, I think.
Got out of the valley, kind of started a little spiral and did a little chop suey cutaway that kind of flung me and went into free fall. Worked out a little bit better that time. It's kind of cool doing these kind of stunts because, every single time we do them, since it's the first time we've done it and the second time we've done it,